Hello friends, welcome to IAS Education. Friends, our today's topic is the concept of hegemony given by the Italian socialist philosopher Antonio Gramsci. Friends, this topic is extremely important if your optional is political science. It covers the topic of political thinkers from paper 1. So let us begin with the concept of hegemony. Talking about Antonio Gramsci, he was an Italian socialist philosopher born in 1891 and died in 1937. He was an active member of Communist Party of Italy. He is also known as the father of neo-Marxism. Antonio Gramsci was contemporary of Mussolini. Mussolini captured the power in Italy and, as all fascist regimes do, he arrested Antonio Gramsci. Gramsci was then tried in the court in 1928, where the official prosecutor said that we must stop this brain from working for 20 years. In short, he was saying that we should imprison Antonio Gramsci for at least 20 years. They thought behind the bars the brain of Antonio Gramsci will stop working, but exactly opposite happened. Antonio Gramsci wrote his most important works in the jail. He used to hand over all his important writings to his sister. His sister then used to preserve it. Later, all his important works were compiled together and published under the title Prison Notebooks. While in jail, he was continuously thinking that why didn't the revolution as predicted by Karl Marx took place? There must be something which is preventing such revolution from occurring. He then came up with the concept of hegemony to explain why the socialist movement did not take place as predicted by Marx. To understand the concept, we should first understand the concept of social structure according to Marx. According to Marxism, the social structure can broadly be divided into two categories: base and superstructure. The base of the society is economic, that is, the relation between haves and have-nots. On that base, a superstructure is created. This superstructure consists of religion, culture, education, media, etc. The superstructure completely depends upon the base, which is economic. According to Marxism, whoever controls the base, that is, the economy of the society, will control the superstructure. So, the working class should directly attack on the base and take the control of the economy of the society. Once they capture the base, the entire superstructure will change. This superstructure will then modify itself to suit the ideas of the new class which controls the base, that is, the working class. Religion, culture, education, media, they all will go through certain changes and will be modified according to the needs of the working class. Now, in his concept of hegemony, Gramsci divided the superstructure into two broad categories, that is, the state and the civil society. The economic base remains the same. Now, in his division of superstructure, the uppermost part of the structure consists of state. Now, this state is the structure of coercion, that is, the structure of power, the structure of force. It consists of police, army, courts, jails, etc. On the other hand, the second part of superstructure is the structure of legitimization. It consists of religion, school, media, culture, etc. As the name suggests, the structure of legitimization creates a legitimacy of the existing social structure in the minds of the masses. Now, according to Gramsci, this superstructure, that is, the combination of structure of force, that is, the structure of coercion, as well as the structure of legitimization, works together to maintain the status quo of the existing social structure. Thus, the structure of coercion together with the structure of legitimization creates the structure of dominance. Structure of dominance consists of two parts, as we have seen, the structure of coercion and structure of legitimization. The structure of coercion is operated by the political society, that is, the police, army, jail, courts, etc. On the other hand, the structure of legitimization is operated by the civil society, that is, the school, churches, media, etc. Thus, the hegemony is force plus legitimization. Now, according to Gramsci, civil society is much closer to the base. The superstructure plays an important role in maintaining the status quo of the existing social structure by creating the consent. For example, right from the childhood, family, school, religion teaches a person that the existing social structure is for his own benefit and in his own interest. Such narrative is created amongst the masses, so they may not revolt against the existing social structure. This civil society acts as a shock absorber and protect the state against the revolt. Thus, the civil structure remains the same. Those who are exploited do not exactly understand the nature of the exploitation and do not revolt against the existing social structure. Gramsci further divides the state into two categories, the opaque state and the transparent state. Now, the transparent state has a weak or almost no civil society. Thus, in this kind of states, the masses very easily can see through the civil society and understand the nature of exploitation. On the other hand, there is an opaque state. As the name suggests, the masses are not able to see through the civil society. This is because these kind of states consist of a very strong civil society. The masses are not able to understand the kind of exploitation that is taking place in the existing social structure. Thus, in these kind of states, revolution does not occur so easily. According to Gramsci, unfortunately, most of the states are of opaque nature. He says intellectuals plays an important role in the opaque state. They play an important role in creating the consent among the masses. Gramsci divides the intellectuals into two broad categories, traditional intellectuals and organic intellectuals. According to Gramsci, organic intellectuals are those intellectuals which are biased towards the ruling class. These organic intellectuals plays an important role in creating a narrative in a society. Such narratives then further plays an important role in obtaining the consent amongst the masses. On the other hand, there are other intellectuals which can be called as the traditional intellectuals. Now, these intellectuals do not have a class bias. They are more or less neutral. Now, according to Gramsci, for a revolution to take place, there is a need to create a counter-hegemony. In this, the war has to be fought on two fronts, that is, the war of maneuver and the war of position. The war of maneuver will be the physical overthrowing of the bourgeoisie class. On the other hand, the war of positions will be fought by the intellectuals by providing a new social base and creation of new cultures, new ideas, new thought processes, and new narratives amongst the masses. If the working class fights both the war simultaneously, only then will it be possible to overthrow the bourgeoisie class and create a new social structure. Bourgeoisie class maintains the domination by teaming up with the organic intellectuals. So Gramsci says the new intellectuals, the traditional intellectuals, then team up with subalterns, that is the working class, and together fight the war of hegemony. I hope this video will help you to understand the concept of hegemony easily. Share this video with as many of your friends as possible. We'll meet with a new topic in the next video again. Till then, goodbye.